the Social Security letter you'll be receiving and why you want to watch for it. Also, answering a few questions I've received on this topic right here in the video, so let's get into it and discuss all the details. Yes, it is true, you will be receiving a letter from Social Security. This is a very important document that you want to watch for, and of course, after you've received it, you certainly want to open it and of course, keep it in your possession, as you need to know the details within this letter. That's what I want to talk about here in this video, why you're going to be getting this, what is this letter, and then of course answering some questions that I've received down below in the comment section, as well as a couple emails from those of you here in the community that have reached out asking, what is this letter and does this mean a bunch of money that I'm going to be getting from Social Security? Yeah, let's get into it and talk through the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this information hitting the wire, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what's actually going on as things continue to change very rapidly. We're getting new announcements, new reports, and new information hitting the wire literally every single day. It's a very busy time, and I want you to know how all of this information is going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything showing up you can possibly grab and or take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and also remember, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication, that's my commitment, and as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, let's get into it and talk about the letter coming in from the Social Security Administration. What does it mean from you, and why are you going to be getting this, as well as what do you got to do with this letter? These are some good questions. All right, so number one, this letter, yes, will be going out to about 70 million people here in the United States. It's a lot of people. Therefore, a lot of people are going to be receiving this letter. What is the letter and why is it so important? All right, so first off, this is your 1099 from the Social Security Administration in regards to how much they paid you in 2022 from your Social Security benefit. Now, you might be thinking, why do I care? What does this letter matter to me, and why do we need to hold on to this? I don't file a tax return. Well, hold up for just a second, because you never know. Now, here's the thing. First off, you want to hold on to this letter for number one, because this is proof of your income from last year. Now, yes, I do completely understand a lot of fixed income beneficiaries who do receive Social Security benefits probably don't file a tax return. However, I want to make this very clear. First off, I'm not your accountant. I'm not your CPA. I am not giving you tax or accounting advice right here, but in some instances, fixed income beneficiaries, you may be leaving money on the table in the event that you're not filing a tax return. Just because you don't file a tax return and just because you don't need to file one doesn't mean that you shouldn't be filing one. Now, again, I'm not giving you tax advice because I don't know your situation. Everybody's situation is very, very different. However, there are some people, because if you're living on a small fixed income, you actually possibly have a lot of different credits that you could possibly be tapping into. In other words, getting money back from the IRS with some of these credits. For example, the Earned Income Tax Credit. Now again, this one is specified for lower income individuals. Now let's just say that you are a fixed income beneficiary. If you had any kind of earned income in 2022, you probably qualify for this one, okay? If you have kids, well, guess what? Now you probably qualify for the child tax credit payment and possibly even the earned income tax credit as well. We're talking about thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars in some instances. Now, again, that's not a guarantee because everybody's situation is very different. But my point is, just because your income is below a certain threshold because you have fixed income benefits doesn't always mean that you shouldn't be filing a tax return, because a lot of times, and again, the statistics show that a lot of low income leave a lot of money on the table because a lot of tax returns are not filed that probably should be filed anyway, okay? So I'm just simply saying you want to hold on to this document because this is the official document from Social Security that is indicating exactly how much you were paid in 2022. Now, this should come as no surprise because here's the thing. You get this letter every single year. The start of the year, you get this letter, and then this shows exactly, how much you were paid the previous year from your monthly benefits, right? So a lot of times we open up the letter because we feel like, oh, this is great news. This might be a really good thing, only to find out, oh, it's just my 1099. I thought it was going to be a check or something, right? You know what I mean? I know I've fallen for that way too many times over the years. You get the little thing, it has the tear off sides, and you're like, oh, this is what a check looks like, right? Checks come in these kinds of envelopes because it has the tear off sides. And you open it up and only to find out, oh, it's just a piece of paper that I don't really care about, right? Well, not so fast. It might be your ticket to more money, okay? So just keep that in consideration. So keep that in mind. Now, let me take a couple minutes here and talk about a couple questions that I've received on this. Now, as of right now, some of you may have received your letter. Some of you may have not received your letter yet. If you have not received your letter yet, don't worry, you'll be getting it, okay? It will be arriving. Don't worry. At some point, you will be getting it, okay? Everybody will be getting this letter, okay? So here's what I want to mention here. I've seen a couple questions coming in, and I've actually had a person email me saying, I got this document from the Social Security Administration. Does this mean they're going to be paying me this much money? And by the way, this person told me exactly the number. Please don't tell me the numbers. It's not my business, okay? I do not need to know how much your benefit is. I don't want to know how much you're getting paid. That is not my business. I'm here to help you out. I'm here to inform, and I'm here to educate. I'm not here to collect your personal information. I don't want your personal information, okay? So please don't give that information to me. But anyway, this person said, I got a letter from the Social Security Administration. They said X dollars. I'm not going to say the dollar amount, but anyway, it was, a little over $10,000 is what they shared with me, a lot of money, right? And they said, is this how much Social Security is going to pay me? And unfortunately, the person was kind of excited and thought, are they really going to send me a check for this much money? And I had to write back and say, unfortunately, no, this is not how much they're going to pay you. This is how much they did already pay you last year in 2022. Through the course of the entire year, all of your monthly payments added up to that dollar amount, okay? So that's what it is. Yeah, that's what's on the 1099. So the Social Security 1099 it's a consolidated form, just like all 1099s and W-2s and all the things that we receive at the end of the year, that kind of consolidate all of our income from a certain source, and they put it all together on a certain form, which is also, by the way, that same information is furnished to the IRS as well, okay? So the Social Security Administration not only sent you a 1099, but they also sent the IRS the same form. So the IRS knows this information about you. So it's no mystery. The IRS knows this information. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You want them to know this information because as they kind of look into their files and they know that, okay, you're a low-income individual, they know your information. It's not such a bad thing, okay? They want to know this information. Let me give you a quick example of why this is very important for the IRS to know this. Think back to 2020 and early 2021. Who sent out the stimulus checks? The IRS was, played a key role in sending out the stimulus checks. Well, how did they get the stimulus checks out to people? They got the information off of tax returns and the files that were sent over to the IRS from the Social Security Administration. They took that information and they deposited money right into your bank account, okay? Was that a bad thing that they knew your information? Well, I'm not sure about you, but I'm certainly glad they had my information at the time because that means we got a check, right? So I was super excited about it, right? And I think everybody else was at the same time. So that's why it's very important. If they don't have your information, we might get into another situation that in the event of some kind of payments or checks or something like that going forward, they might not have your information. Therefore, how can they get you a check if they don't have your information, right? So like I said, it's kind of a good thing that they have it, okay? Anyway, long story short, if you see this form come in and you look at the form, you might wonder, wait, does this mean they're going to send me a check? No, it doesn't mean they're going to send you a check. It just simply means this is the amount of money that they've already sent last year in 2022. It's just a tax form that you need for your tax filing, okay? So please keep this in your possession. I know sometimes we open up the letter and we think, this is garbage. I don't need this. This doesn't pertain to me. I don't file a tax return. Throw it in the burn pile. Oh, don't do that. Please don't do that. Hold on to it. You never know when you're going to need this. At least hold on to it for a while. Like when I say a while, at least like a year. I know, seems weird to hold on to it for that long, but at least hold on to it for that long, probably even longer. Again, this is your proof of income, right? If you ever needed to prove your income somewhere, that would be it. This is a pretty official form. So anyway, keep that in consideration. Now again, I don't know your exact situation, but if you happen to know somebody or I can always make other dedicated videos talking about this as well, but you may want to look into your situation because in the event that you are somebody who is low income or a fixed income beneficiary, again, you might be eligible for some of these tax credits that you could take advantage of, getting you thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars or maybe nothing back from the IRS in the event that you qualify for them. There's a lot of different credits out there, especially for the low income, okay? And now another couple of things that I want to point out as well. Let's just say that you file for one of these, low income benefit programs, for example. And again, not saying that these benefit programs, ask for this information, but I'm just saying, in the event you might need to furnish some type of information proving your income. For example, maybe like the LIH EAP program, Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, the LIH WAP, Low Income Home Water Assistance Program, or maybe the ACP, Affordability Connectivity Program, or maybe SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or all of the other programs that are out there right now. You may need to prove some kind of income. Well, this form right here from the Social Security Administration, the Social Security 1099, would be a great source of that. That'd be a great source that you could furnish to them and show them exactly how much your income could be. So my point is, I know it's a little bit discouraging to see a letter come in and feel like this is great news, this is going to be good. I know it's going to be good because it's got the tear off sides, and then you open it up only to find out it's just a tax document. Well, yeah, it's just a tax document to right now, but remember, that could be your ticket to more money at some point at some point in the future here, okay? Anyway, long story short, this is the form that we will be receiving. About 70 million people will be getting this form, so if you see it arrive in your mailbox, this is what it is. You probably want to open it. You probably want to scan through it. Make sure that the information is correct, by the way. There are some chances that maybe your income is incorrect. What if, again, not saying this is going to happen, but I'm just saying, what if all of a sudden a mistake is on there? And let's just say, for example, in 2022, you received $10,000 of benefits. But let's just say, for example, they added an extra zero on accident. Whoops. Now it looks like you've gotten $100,000 of benefits. Do you think that's something we should probably get corrected? Yeah, because guess what? If you don't file a tax return or if you don't pay anything on that, the IRS is going to come a knocking saying, where's our money, okay? So just make sure you scan through it. Make sure it looks accurate. If there's anything that looks abnormal, you probably want to call Social Security about it right away. Okay, this would not be something that you call the IRS about. You would call Social Security about it. This form in particular is from Social Security, so please do that. And again, I'm not saying that there could be mistakes or that there will be mistakes. In fact, there probably won't be any mistakes. I'm just simply saying, make sure it looks accurate, because if it's not, you got to get that fixed right away, because it's not going to be a good situation if you don't. Anyway, this is the letter, and we'll all be getting it, so please keep an eye out for it. I do know that some of you here in the community have already received it, and I know that for a fact, many of you here in the community that have not received it yet, you will be getting it, okay? So just watch for it. It'll be arriving at some point here, and just kind of tuck it away somewhere. After you've opened it up, take a quick scan through it and just put it somewhere safe for at least the next year or so, probably a lot longer than that. But I'm just saying, hold on to it for a while. That is your proof of purchase, we could call it, right? Okay? It's not a proof of purchase. It's more like a proof of income. Anyway, very important. So I hope this one helps you out. Again, stay tuned for it as I do get more details on anything going on right now. Of course, I'll bring it to your attention. There's a lot of different things going on right now. New announcements, new reports, new information coming out, bills, packages, and proposals out of Congress. A lot of things hitting the wire. Either way, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next